Hi, this is Anup Yadav, and let's continue Anoop's show. So, in this series of video, I'm going to come up with topics daily, and I'll try to give my take on these topics. And I think right now, the most hottest, the most talked about topic is United States and India, and particularly United States or United States President Donald Trump's recent decision to withdraw United States from 66 global organizations. We all know that recently, I think the last year, the United States withdrew from WHO, the World Health Organization, and just yesterday, Donald Trump has signaled, or I should say, he has approved that United States would be withdrawing from 66 global organizations. The argument of Donald Trump is that the objective of these organizations, they're contrary to the interest of United States, and that's why US do not want to continue funding into these organizations. I mean, that could be a reason, but the thing is, many of them, I should say, most of these organizations, barring a few, they were created in the first place by the United States, and United States has for years reaped the benefits of it. US has internally ran these organizations, and they have these organizations knowingly or unknowingly, or I should say suspiciously, have been used to further US's interest in foreign countries, whether it's human rights organizations or aid or universal aid organizations. They have always served United States agenda, and that's something that is widely known in diplomatic and journalism circles. But what is happening recently, and why Donald Trump is trying to get rid of these organizations, is that all those smaller countries and also bigger countries like India, China, and some other South American and African countries who up to now were were directly dependent upon United States for a lot of things, and that's why they were they were kind of accepting these tactics of United States in coercing these countries through these organizations. But now China has grown to be an economic and technological and military power, and so is India, and so are some other countries of South America, like Brazil, and from Africa, these are South Africa, and many more countries. These countries, they are not willing to crumble under the pressure of United States, and that's a sole point for United States, that its hegemony in these organizations has completely waned off, and that's why US is withdrawing from these organizations. But the one grotesque disappointment for United States that going to happen after withdrawal from these organizations and others is that this is going to completely sabotage, completely destroy US's global image, and that's something that US has worked for the past 70, 80 years. I should say for the past century, US has worked to create its image in international community, that they are protectors, defenders, champions of democracy, of rules-based order. That's something is completely shattered by Donald Trump. And one more thing, the hegemony of US, which was challenged by China until recently, with the withdrawing of United States from these organizations, this hegemony would be completely overtaken by China. Because right now, only China can fulfill the shoes that are left vacant by United States, and this is something that the whole world should be afraid of. And United States was using these organizations, was hegemonic for its interests, but the interest of China would be much more notorious, much more diabolic for the global world. And that's why I would say that right now is the time to create a new global order, a shared global order, a shared global order where, unlike the previous global organizations, where the dominance of United States was very much, the United States was practically controlling these organizations. This new world order with new sets of organizations, they should be decentralized, they should be democratized, they should be a rules based order, and there should not be any hegemony of any there should not be any hegemony of any country. That is what I'm thinking. And uh, I don't know whether the subsequent US administrations after Donald Trump would continue to walk around the same line. But by then, United States image would have been completely shattered, and no country would believe would want to be best friends of United States, because that's something that we have seen that whether it's Europe or South America, Japan or South Korea, all these countries, these deepest allies of United States, they have been victims of Donald Trump, and that's why from future onward, no country would be willing to become friends of United States. Thank you and stay connected.